Boom. We ended at chapter 4, going into chapter 5. Let's get going. We're starting chapter 5 now. The Suspicious Minds. And as of yesterday, our playthrough has hit 30 hours and 45 minutes. So it's already hitting like the longer side of my playthroughs. Because most of my playthroughs end around this time, around 30 to like 24 to 38 hours. And I think, depending on how late people show up, we will get about, let's see, 5 to 12, about 7 hours in, so maybe 6 more hours added to that gameplay. Maybe 8 if if it takes longer. Maybe 9 if it takes even longer. I don't know. Hopefully not. Well, maybe. I wouldn't mind going longer, but also I wouldn't mind getting more time for Dark Souls or Remnant. I don't see Remnant getting a lot of time if we do get our third. But yeah, because our third usually ends up showing up like 2, 3 in the morning. And then we only go till about 6. So we only get like 2, 3 hours on Remnant when we do play. Unfortunately. That's why we're still playing it. Unfortunately, I didn't stream the first session of it. And I wish I had. Because I don't have a VOD for that. Which sucks because it is my first playthrough of the game. Alright, well, I still have a couple of foods. I usually eat before I stream. I woke up a little later than I expected if it wasn't obvious. Well, officially, Chitose has joined the party now. Oh, officially. So now we finally have 4 party members. Hey, that reminds me, you can add this back. Sorry about before. Hey, my money's back. Oh wow, nearly forgot about all that. Thanks, Chichon. Nah, it was nothing. You gotta thank me for. Honestly, you're way too nice, Ichiban. Okay, we did achieve all we set out to do. Be good to get a new plan going. Sure, then how about we go over everything we know so far? Alright, but instead of standing around here, why don't we go somewhere we can relax a bit? That's probably for the best. In that case, how about Revolve? I second that. We can lay low there. We won't have to worry about anyone listening in. Revolve? Yeah, it's a bar over in Little Japan. We more or less use it as our... I'm sure you'll like it too, Chichan. Huh, okay then. Sounds like we got our destination. Roger that. We're off to Revolve. And now we have the access to table talk. Well, we kind of did, but didn't. And it's teaching us about Smackdowns that we already know how to do. We will get less XP for Smackdowns, as it says, but now we get Chitose's bingo card. So I'm going to work on that. It's also nighttime, so we should have... Ooh, there it is right there. Tomizawa's walk and talk. We'll go fuck with that soon. Something about coconut oil. Who's going soft in the head? Anyway, free bond of XP for Chitose. Hello, sir. Oh, he's a Hong Kong. $1,000. You know what? Fine. I don't know what he's honking, but, you know. I will not be returning, sir, but thank you for the experience. That's 2 of them, though. For whatever reason. There's no achievement this time for the Hong Kong, so I don't even know why I did it. But, you know, it's there. It leveled up our style, though, so I guess it's not the worst. Fashionista to icon. Alright, Tomizawa time. We are looking at it through our eyes. It would be nice to get a full stream of this, but I also do want the multiplayer stuff. Fuck. Why don't we go camping? He was big on camping. And that's... It's not always the best thing, but, you know. Well, the boys. All right. Tommy has hit a good level. Oh, hi. The Lotionot and the Party Fowler. And these blue fights still give Chitose decent XP since she's behind. But... And she's got a double XP thing going on. We need to go back over here and grab that. Gentlemen. He thinks he'll send me to the ER. I think we're about to unlock drink links too. Because that makes the most sense for going to Revolve right now. Especially now that we have 4 people. Granted, we will not get a drink link for Kiryu. Spoilers. Don't care. He's not a new Suji man, so I don't care. Making my way down here, walking fast, running around like an asshole. Da 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 da. She knows her honey. All right. Neither of those helped me. That one wasn't a bad one, though. That one's in a good spot for multiple... getting the 4 in the middle are really good ones for setting up many, bingos. We gotta go to Revolve, so let's hit this side first. I kind of want to go to Onabara and knock out some more, quizzes. Now that we have some money. Well, shit, who's fighting me? Is it the car? It's the car. Knock it off with the staring. It doesn't surprise me that they don't level up to the characters. Because how would you determine that if, like I did here, I level boosted 2 characters. So I've got 4 different distinct level sets. But yeah, it makes sense for new characters to come in at the level they're supposed to come in, rather than wherever I'm at. Not all games do that. A lot of them actually do it the way I'm talking about, where they like come in at your party's level so that they don't feel weak. But there's games like Final Fantasy Tactics where the old school tactics, you used to have some that would come in at your level and some that would not. Anything story related would not. It would come in at the level of the story. Okay, over there by the Sujimon building. I said hello. Hello. Fuckhead. Music obsession? Alright, that's cool. That's a buddy, I don't care. Right, we gotta find our way back downstairs. Hello, Udu. I can't walk through them. All by myself. Don't wanna be all by myself. I don't know where that came from. Let's go here, and then we'll hit Onibara and do some tests. I don't know how many tests we'll do, but we'll do some tests. Oh, did I get... No. See, alright, hold on. That confuses me. Because this list tells me I get their weapons from doing the bond. Oh. Oh, okay. That makes more sense. Never mind. We're not done with his bond. Spoilers. I do like that better, though. That it's not something I can actually accidentally miss as long as I'm doing, like, the bond shit. But, we are almost at Tomizawa's 5th drink link as well. Even though we haven't started them. Like, we're 2 levels away from being able to get it. Got me some 2 metrics. My arm is itchy. This is a problem. Like my elbow. It's such a weird spot to be itchy. Cat! I would not have noticed this cat without this bonding event. Oh, he lost her. Alright. Absolutely the worst setup possible. Have some cat food. To Onibara. And then after that, we'll go here. But it... How to enjoy baseball. Stadium, man. I am not a sports guy, personally, so that doesn't matter to me. But I feel like that would be the standard answer for a sports fan, is like, you obviously want to go see it yourself. I don't understand it, generally, but you know, whatever. What's our next quiz? Muscular science. Muscular science. Which following is not part of the big 3 which improves core strength? Push up. Which of the following foods is said to be the best energy boost and can prevent muscle cramps and provide beneficial tea prior to or while working out? Egg? Banana. Protein supplements are useful for building muscle, which is generally the most appropriate time to consume them. Uh, within 30 minutes after exercising. What is the most appropriate way to reduce soreness from muscle aches after an intense workout? Stretch and relax affected muscles. Which of the following nutrients is most important for building muscle? That would be protein. Give me that pass. Look at that shiny paper. Hasu, Hasu, Hasu. It's not the same, man. But we almost have 10 passion. It'll be our first maxed out personality trait, it looks like. Gardening proficiency. Let's do that one. Alright, sunflowers often symbolize summer and bloom during July into autumn. Which period is most appropriate to plant the seeds? That would depend on the gestation period. April to June. The ideal seeding method differs depending on the type of plant being grown. Which one would be appropriate for sowing pumpkin seeds directly into the field? Cluster of 3. There's a great variety of garden shears, each specific to a certain task. Which of the following is best suited to cutting a wide range of branches and leaves? Long-handed hedge clippers. This one? I don't know. I guess. This herb is known for how easy it is to grow both outdoors and indoors at home. What is it called? Mint? Yeah, it like reminds me of parsley, but you know, doesn't really look like parsley. Well, it is important to consider what season a flower will bloom in when gardening. Which of the following flowers will bloom in spring? Tulips. I definitely passed, but I might have missed 2 because of the picture ones, but I think at most I missed 1. Every time I still hear the Yakuza 7 noise. Oh, I got all of them. Cool. The hedge clippers. Pruning shears. I know it wasn't the top 2. Those are scissors. Cosmos. Alright, Underworld Studies. This is all based on the Yakuza series, so it's more like Yakuza history. Like gaming history. Name the organization that expanded its influence into Yokohama and whose Japanese branch was headed by Chinese martial artist Lao Ka Long. That's the Sayo, isn't it? Oh, Snake Flower. Dojima. Largest Yakuza organization, Kanto region. Which crest was Dojima? That's Tojo. That might be the Dojima one. The gray hexagon. That is the Dojima. Which of the following groups was not part of Tojo? The Taihei organization, the Kijin clan. The Nikkyo and the Hakuho are also. The Kijin clan is, we actually just had that in Gaiden. Which of the following images portrayed Ryuhei Hoshino, the second chairman of the Seiryu clan? That's this motherfucker right here. Because this is these 2 are chairmen of the Omi, and he's the homeless elder. Which of the following images portrays a young captain of the Ryodo family, an Okinawan organization? Well, that's Daigo, that's Mine, who we're going to get in February again, and that's Nishikiyama. So obviously, it's Ryuhei here. I think that was his name. Fuck. Oh, Riki. Rikia. That was it. Fuck me. Who is Ryuhei? I knew it was wrong the moment I said it. Rikia is correct. Also in Yakuza 3. 120 points into confidence. Coming up on that passion trail, we don't have a clear-cut winner anymore for who's going to get the first, although it might come from these next two for sure. Because the next two have, confidence. I'm not dipping under 15k, by the way. In the Sega Wars, there's a number of divisions that serve to protect Tokyo. For instance, the Flower Division operates as a frontline unit. Which one is Intelligence? I have no fucking idea. The Moon Division. Which of the following is an image of an arcade cabinet of Outrun? That one's Outrun. Sega Super Monkey Ball is a platform game series where the monkey rolls around inside of balls. What's the protect? Eye. Which of the following is a Dreamcast? The first one. Sonic the Hedgehog series. Which of the following items do players typically collect? The rings. I actually knew most of those. The first two fucked me up. Now, once we got to the Outrun cabinet, I got it. Or was it just the first one? Might have just been the first one. The first one definitely fucked me up. The Sakura Wars one, because I've never played that or even really heard of it. Oh. Confidence might beat passion. Fuck me. I thought we were doing passion. Apologies. Yeah, it was only the first one that fucked me up. Once we got to Outrun, I knew all these. Surprising. I was not a Sega kid, so I wouldn't know this shit. Hello. Kasuga-san, do you know how many certifications you've acquired? You're doing wonderfully. Yeah? Well, I couldn't have done it without you, Laura. Funny how I used to hate studying when I was in school. Turns out learning new things can be pretty rewarding. Getting educated is a lot more fun when you take it upon yourself instead of being forced into it. You get more out of it this way. I agree completely, Kasuga-san. I think you're a perfect example of why our school exists. Yeah? You're gonna make me blush. Okay, I promise I'll keep going for more. And I'll be right by your side to support you. Sounds good. Well then, see you again soon. Now what happened to the dude that's super into her? Oh, there he is. Kasuga-kun. Oh, wait. The way you were talking to Laura-chan just now, it almost seemed a bit... You better not have been arranging some sort of rendezvous. Calm down. She was just congratulating me for working hard lately. Sure, and that's why you walked away looking so smitten. Don't insult my intelligence. I've got certifications by the score, and Laura-chan's never once congratulated me. This isn't right. It's discrimination. Exclusion. A sham. I followed all the rules. Keep your voice down. Do you ever think it might be because you keep causing scenes like this? I don't know what I should do. Please give me advice, Kasuga. Hell, man, I don't have advice. My love life has been far from rosy, okay? Believe me. To think the depths I'm being forced to sink. What, you mean asking me? I'm the depths? Sheesh. Just be honest with her about your feelings. That's always best, isn't it? Maybe, yes. Maybe you're right. Very good. I'm going now to confess my love to her. In this day and age, the heart is too often thwarted by compliance and hostile behavior. But I say love conquers all. Only, I don't exactly feel ready at this exact moment. Maybe with a little more time, slowly influencing her thinking. That's a fucked way of looking at it. This guy. My thoughts exactly. This is exactly why he doesn't succeed. Alright, second proficiency number 1. More confidence! Let's go! What are you? Are you a Master System? Sega Mark III. Yep, you are the Master System. Sonic in really, what is his height? I don't know Sonic's height. 100 centimeters. Sakura Amamiya is one of the main protagonists of Sakura Wars. When is her birthday? Why would I know this? March 19th. Valkyria Chronicles is a strategy game created by Sega. Which country's military might does the protagonist Cloud Wallace enlisted? That sounds like UK, which is actually right. It's fucked that I would say that, but whatever. Which of the following characters is Jeffrey from Sega's Virtual Fighter 3D fighting game series? This guy? That one might be wrong. Superhuman. Well, confidence managed to beat passion. Passion was way far ahead and confidence took the fucking... Alright. Cool. That was Jeffrey. Yeah. Honolulu proficiency. Let's do it. Alright. What is the name of this location? Is that Aloha Beach? The crazy funky food delivery business this logo belongs to. Crazy Eats. Travel agency Aloha Happy Tours has their own unique mascot. What's his name? Aloha Happy? Just named after this building. Which mode of transportation in Hawaii can be ridden from the location showed here? The trolley. Yeah, the trolley. Which of the following establishments serves the Blue Hawaii, a cocktail originated in Hawaii and known for its vivid blue color? Ocean Boys. Cool. Do 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 do. This isn't what I was expecting to do, but it's fun. We're spending our money, we're getting our shit leveled up, and we're working towards a sub-story, technically. Gem proficiency. Which gem is famous for forming within the tissues of a living thing? Tissue gem. Pearl? Oh, that makes sense. Clams. Ring sizes fall on an international standard and are assigned a number or a symbol based on their internal circumference. Japan uses numbers such as 1 and 2. What does the United Kingdom use to designate ring sizes? The Latin alphabet. What is a ring called when it's offered to a significant other during a proposal? That is an engagement ring. In Oscar Wilde's fairy tale The Happy Prince, the statue of a prince asks a swallow to take jewels and a gold leaf adorning his body and deliver them to the four. Which jewel served as the prince's blue eyes? The fuck if I know. Sapphire. Which of the following jewels must be carefully maintained and stored to protect it from dry air and preserve its beauty and luster? The emerald. I did not know that. Emeralds are not fun gems to have then, I suppose. It just doesn't hit the same without a bunch of people shouting at me. Alright. Sujimon Mastery. An exam submitted by a man called Sujimon Sensei. It's not a very popular category, and most questions can't be answered by the average person. But somewhere out there is someone who can. This Sujimon Dump Chump performs a wide area attack using what? It's an oil drum. The following Suji skills is used by this Sujimon. Brown Pants Sujimon. The Nicotine Smog. This Sujimon Rebel Yeller attacks by swinging around what object? It's an iron pipe, isn't it? Yeah. The Gains Chaser Sujimon is known for his exceptionally muscular physique. What kind of action does he perform to strengthen himself? Grow gigantic? The Wild Hog Sujimon wields food as a weapon and shield. What does he do when his health decreases? He eats the shield. Yes. We've watched that in combat. I'm not 100% on that nicotine one, but I think that's right. Because none of the other ones make sense. Yeah. Nicotine smog afflicts status ailments by attacking with smoke. Rumor has it that a dreadful Sujimon blows out thick smoke to multiply himself. That's crazy. Alright. Mathematics. I should be able to do most of these by myself, but you know, whatever. Given the displayed time, how many minutes will it take for time to read 9:30? We're at 8, so 55 minutes, right? Yeah. We're at 8:35. Mike is late for his date with Ellen. If Mike runs at 150 meters per minute, we have to talk about that. How long will it take to meet up with Ellen, who is waiting 1,500 meters away? 10 minutes? What is the X in the following numerical sequence? 1, 3, 7, 13. That's a prime number, right? I don't see it. I didn't see that on the fucking list, so I wasn't sure. Oh, it's down at the bottom. Which of the following layout can form a cube? It's only this one. The other ones don't fold properly. It has to be this one. Because they don't fold right? If you try to fold it, it's not going to fold properly. Given the dice shown, what is the value on the opposite side? So this one's 2. And this is not a math question, it's more of a games question. Dice will always show the highest and then the opposite lowest. So 1 and 6, 2 and 5, 3 and 4. Which I didn't actually know until I was older because, you know, kids don't think about that shit. But it helps with probabilities. But the idea, honestly, the reason it's done that way, beyond just, you know, is to even out the weights, right? The opposite side, they all equal 7. The sides, 3 and 7. 3 and 4 is 7, 2 and 5 is 7, 6 and 1 is 7. So there's that many holes on that section of the cube at all times. I don't know if that's 100% the reason, but that helps. Because a little bit of weight change can affect a dice. Anyway, we still have some money. This will bring us to 16. And then that'll bring us close to 15, but not quite. We won't get all of them, but we'll get close. If we're close enough, I might just finish it. Is that 15K was an arbitrary number? Which of the following is true about the moon? Rate of rotation of revelation is the same. That is true. Because we never get to see the back of the moon. Well, that's why we can't see the back of the moon. Approximately how much does a spacesuit that will allow an astronaut to survive outside of the spacecraft cost? Why would I know this? 1,000,000,000 yen. Why is it in a billion? We're in Hawaii. Why would it be in yen? If you could walk from Earth to Moon, approximately how many years would it take to get there? I know I learned this at one point. 10 years. Saturn 6, planet of the solar system, is most famous for its ring system. What are the rings primarily composed of? It's gas, right? Or no, it's ice. Fuck, why did I not remember that? What is the name of the comet that flew so close to Earth in 1986 it was visible to the naked eye? Was that Halley? Halley's Comet, yeah. The 1986 thing was something I remembered. We've only got 5 quizzes left. The problem is the last quiz. And unfortunately, the last quiz doesn't give me stats I need. It gives me style, passion, and confidence. Which style, sure, I need style. But passion and confidence are 10 now, so it's fucking pointless apart from finishing the Onabara. Okay. So, world history. Which of the following depicts George Washington? This one. Since the end of the 20th century, leaders of great powers have held annual meetings to discuss and coordinate solutions to major global issues. What is the name of this? The summit? Yeah, the G7 summit. Galileo Galilei was an Italian physicist who is often called the father of modern science. What other field is he also known as the father of? Oh, it is astronomy, isn't it? Which ukiyo-e artist is famous for the woodback prints, The 36 Views of Mount Fuji, which depicts Mount Fuji from a number of different angles? Fuck if I know. Katsuhika. Ludwig van Beethoven was a German composer who was active from the 18th to 19th century. What other name is his Fifth Symphony known by? Is it the Symphony of Fate? Ludwig... Yeah, it's the Symphony of Fate. I don't know why I remember that. Or why I know that, because I don't think that's a remembering thing. We passed world history. It's time for the more generic categories. Intellect hit 10. If I had missed this one, I would have been upset. I didn't know Louis the 13th or Schubert, but Lincoln and Washington were on there, and those are very, very obvious ones if you are from America, because you get, well, I don't know about anymore. We'll see. But at least while I was in school, you got American history drilled into you every year. Yet some people still don't fucking remember it. Which of the following foods known for its unique textures made from cassava, root vegetable that grows mainly in the tropics? I have no fucking idea. Picture of the cup. Boba? Okay. What is the name of the classic Neapolitan pizza that is made with tomato sauce and white mozzarella and topped with basil? Margarita. Which of the following vegetables will float in fresh water? I feel like that's a pumpkin. Yep. Which of the following was originally used to remove pencil marks before the eraser was invented? That's fucking crazy. Bread. Name the phenomenon that occurs when a dying fire's enclosed space can explosively reignite with the combustible gases when their doors or window is open and let outside. Fuck, I don't know. Backdraft. Actually, I do know that. From fucking, like, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, I think. And games. Actually, I think it was WoW. Because Fire Mages have Backdraft. It's a goofy way to know something. Tapioca. Tapioca is actually a starch extracted from the roots of the cassava plant. Okay, so it is actually boba. Interesting. Pumpkins are hollow inside and less dense than water. Yeah, they're the only one that are buoyant. Because they're like... Yeah. Moist, crustless bread can effectively absorb graphite marks since, like rubber erasers, it's soft and porous. That's disgusting. Alright, we have Trivia King 1 for 500. Clothing stains caused by oil from food like pizza can be difficult to wash out. What type of powder is used in the kitchen and is effective from... Is that baking soda or baking soda? In orchestra, wind instruments are divided in woodwind instruments and brass instruments. What's the following is brass instrument? I would think it's both of these, but I guess I'm wrong. Trumpet. What would... I guess it would be a woodwind... I don't know. Like octopuses, what organ does a squid possess 3 of? Heart? That is a Futurama trivia question for me. Credit card sizes are determined by an international standard for easy use. How many sheets of high-quality copy paper does it take to match the thickness of a credit card? 10. Pigeons have been used as a messenger bird due to their ability to fly over extremely long distances and innate homing abilities. What does a pigeon use in order to find its way home? Earth's magnetic field? Pigeons are weird. I need to learn because I never understood how they know where to go or how to get back. Like, if you need a letter delivered from, like, California to New York, and you used a pigeon, how would it know to go to New York specifically, let alone New York, where in, like, New York City specifically? And then from there on, like, I guess you could send it to a post office. You could teach them where the post office is, I suppose. I don't know how. But, you know, whatever. I want to read this one. Vibrating reed. Instruments not categorized to the material used by the... But how the sound is produced. Okay. So the reed... Saxophones have a reed. Brass instruments produce sound from the buzzing of the player's lips. That makes sense. I knew that at one point. But I've never used a saxophone. Alright, so... $1,000. Fuck, we're gonna do it. We're just gonna knock these out. We only have 2 quizzes left. The violin produces sound by drawing a bow across the strings. What material is the bow hair made from? I have no fucking idea. Horsetail. That makes sense. The Japanese eel's body is transparent in the earliest stages of its life cycle, but gains color as it matures. What is the reason for this change? I still don't know. The sunlight turns them darker. That makes sense. What are the slashes made across the top of French bread at fixed intervals called? Don't know. A coupe. Why was natural indigo used to dye the first jeans? Jeans. Use of indigo. Because of the way it reacts with cotton. Because birds have beaks instead of teeth, how do they break down food to aid digestion? Swallow rocks. That's fucking terrifying. Do they puke the rocks back up? Like, I have questions. I like how in the little, like, cheat sheet, one of the questions is turtle sex. That's just, there's no context, just turtles. That's why it takes me a minute to find what I'm looking for, because it's not the full question. It's just, like, the meat of the question, which throws you off, right? Because if you just look up there and see musical clef or bow hair or turtle sex, it doesn't really tell you anything until you get the question. All right, so for this last one, there's only one more. It wasn't on there yet. But for this last one, we cannot miss a single answer. And all of the questions come from every other test. So, we save scum. What holiday is celebrated in Hawaii? King Kamehameha. Naoki Katsuya, the patriarch of Osaka Enterprises, and president of certain agency, blah, 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 Osaka Talent. This is the master system. Which of the following has the most nutrient and builds muscle? I think this is that broccoli question. Where'd sports go? Or muscular science? Which veg? Yeah, the broccoli. March 19th, we had that question. I'm concerned about question 4. I think that was right. The other 4, more or less, I had gotten already. Alright, we passed. Cool. I think I never had question 1, but it was an easy one. Notice I only looked up the broccoli one. It's hard to look up shit anyway. Yeah, Osaka Talent was from Yakuza 5. This we had gotten before. Yeah, this is the one we didn't get before. The Master System, Broccoli, and we got this one before. So we finished Onabata, and now we have a sub-story. Oh shit, we're gonna see him turn down. Laura-chan! What's the matter, Akari-san? You startled me. Oh, well, I have something to tell you. Maybe could we talk somewhere privately? Alright. Kasuga-kun, say, I'm a little nervous right now. Do you think you could come with me for a moment? Sure. Last time he didn't get to be witness to the cucking. This time he's gonna end up being a witness to the cucking. Are you finally, The time has come, the walrus said, to talk of fucking things. This is not a romantic spot. Jesus. You got this, Hikari. Going too hard. It was already too much. She's into older dudes. Well, he doesn't have the chair, but he is there. Maybe he just needs a Superman outfit and a closet. And then he can be Jerry's dad. You're kind of, I mean, that is Kasuga, but you're also describing Ikari. He's just an idiot. The way you talk is uncool. A foot in mouth type of guy. And he's learning it very quickly. Damn. Jesus. They overdid it with the fucking tears. That was great. Oh shit. She threw that out there so quick. Just right outside. Third rank. She's fucking freaky. Exactly. Oh shit. Oh, you can shoot them, just don't shoot them at me. I love the movie reference. Certifiable lover. We got the first romance sub-story done. And we live in our best life. We've completed 40 sub-stories. Fuck me, we're already that far into the sub-stories. For reference, oh, we've got our drink links ready too. There's only 52 sub-stories. We've got this one ready as well, so that's 41. And then we got all these. I don't know what these are. I'm assuming these come up in another chapter. And then we got our Sujiban one right here. Asakura. And then these are our romance sub-stories. This one, kinda. You'll understand. Anybody who saw Yakuza 7 stuff, you'll understand what I mean by that. Anyway, I don't remember that sub-story either. Because I might not have done it. I won't be real. Because one of our romance sub-stories is a pain in the dick and going to be expensive. So we won't be doing it yet. But once we make money, we will go do it. Regardless, it's our time for the first break of